Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Storytime with Miss Dymond. I am Miss Dymond, and I love reading stories to children. Do you remember why I love reading stories to children? I love reading stories to children to help you learn valuable life lessons. Here on Storytime with Miss Dymond, we read a lot of fables together. Fables are short stories with a moral lesson or some sort of life lesson built into the stories. The stories use characters and animals to help paint a picture in your mind so that you can remember the details of the story. Today's story is a fable titled The Daydreamer. So let's listen carefully to the characters in the story and what happens so that you can answer some important questions at the end. Once upon a time, there lived a poor man. He had to beg to collect enough food for the day. One day, someone gave him a pot of milk. On the way home, he started daydreaming. He thought, I'll churn this milk into butter. If I sell it in the market, I can get enough money to buy a goat. I will get plenty of milk from the goat. I'll keep some for myself and I'll sell the rest. I will get money from the sale of the goat. I will have enough money to buy cows. When the cows give birth to calves, I can sell them and buy horses. And on he continued to dream. Then I'll sell the horses for a profit and buy gold. I'll use that gold to buy a home. Then I'll marry a beautiful woman. Soon she'll get pregnant and she'll have our son. I'll go to work while my wife takes care of our son at home. On those days that I'm not working, I'll play with our baby. If he falls asleep, I'll keep an eye on him. And if I hear my baby cry, I will console him and make sure he's okay. And if it seems like anything is bothering him, even a fly, I'll wait till that fly settles down on the wall and I'll smack the fly. And just when he said smack the fly, he punched the pot of milk that he was carrying. The pot broke and all of his milk spilled on the ground. There goes my milk, he screamed in disbelief. His pot had broken into pieces from his powerful blow. Now let's talk about what happened with this daydreamer. This daydreamer was a poor man, and he spent a lot of time in his head just thinking. So on this day, when a stranger gave him a pot of milk, he got that pot of milk and began dreaming about all the things that could happen with this pot of milk. I'll take the milk and it'll turn into butter, and I'll sell the butter and I'll buy a goat, and then I'll take the goat and I'll sell it for this, and then I'll have cows and the cows will have calves, and the calves will bring me more money, and then I'll get gold and a horse and a house and a beautiful wife and a baby, and I'll take care of the baby, and if anything comes near the baby, I'll... And he breaks his pot of milk. This daydreamer, appropriately named, got so caught up in his mind, in the dreams that he had in his mind, that he was so far removed from reality. His reality was that he was holding a simple pot of milk. But he completely forgot about that, got caught up in his mind, in his daydreams, and punched the one pot of milk that he had. Miss Dymond understands how this happens. Do you ever get caught up in your daydreams, boys and girls? That maybe someone calls your name or you hear a noise and you snap out of it? It's natural. We all do it. If we are trying to work toward a goal, we may think in our head about how this thing is going to happen. Many people do that as a way of manifesting or creating what they want to happen. They think about it, they visualize it, and then eventually it happens. We must remember with that there's a part that we have to play as well. There's something that we have to do that goes along with that vision. There are some things we're going to have to do to support that vision or turn that vision into reality. Because really, we don't just want things to play in our head, we want to live them out in our reality. So maybe when you have some thoughts and some visions of dreams you want to come true, make sure you take time for step one. And in this story of the daydreamer, what was step one, boys and girls? I bet you know. At the point where he's holding that pot, step one would be to go home and churn it into butter. That would be his step one. And then he may be on the way to actualizing his dream. If he actually churns the butter or churns the milk and makes it into butter, then he can be on his way to his dream. This daydreamer reminds us to not get so caught up in our dreams and our visions that we completely remove ourselves from reality and then actually hurt ourselves by damaging the one seed that we have, which in this case was his pot of milk. It's okay to daydream, boys and girls. We all do it. Let's just remember to temper our daydreams with some action steps to get those daydreams and visions moving in the right direction. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Storytime with Miss Dymond. If you did, please remember to hit that subscribe button to let me know that you're enjoying these stories. Click on the thumbs up as well, and feel free to leave a comment. Perhaps you can tell me what you liked about the story. Remember, Miss Dymond loves all the babies, all the boys and girls out there. Big virtual hug to everyone watching. Thanks so much for showing up here for each episode of Storytime with Miss Dymond. Until next time, bye-bye.